We're talking Pittston area girls track and field. Joe Struckus with us, and Joe, let's talk about this team this year and some deep talent here on the ladies side.
Yes, very deep talent. We came into the year really unexpected of what we were going to have on the track. We have a lot of young talent, sophomores and freshmen that came out, and they've been performing very well along with our senior and junior group. They've really meshed together now where our freshmen are talking to seniors, or seniors are mentoring the freshmen, and it's really projected in our wins that we've had so far. And of course, when we went to Icebreakers and won that was a big moment for our freshmen to see that they could actually compete on this level.
Let's talk about some of the leadership that you're getting this year.
Okay, we have a good senior and junior group. A lot of the kids that are there have been with us for 4 years and 3 years. With us today is going to be Ariana Bacardi, who's one of our senior leaders. She's been very good in our distance program. Another one of our seniors is Jessica Teig, who's a distance runner at cross country, but on the track side she comes out and she sprints. She's one of our leading sprinters, and she does very well with that. We also have Taryn Ashby out in the field who's helping out, Jen Nickus, who's one of our shot putters who's been with us for a long time. And there's a couple juniors, Abby Norwillow, Angelica Singer. They've all been taking kids under their wing and helping them through.
Talk about getting some of these meets under your belt. You mentioned the Icebreakers and the performance that you had there, and taking on some of these other squads. Those experiences will matter a lot when districts comes, and you're hopefully able to carry some of those over to states as well.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. I mean, Icebreakers was a big, I was walking in, I wasn't sure of what we were going to expect, and they came out and they came through. They competed against the Wallen Paul packs that were up there, and the North Poconos and the Honesdales. And again, those are people that we see at districts that we don't get to see all the time. We get to see Dallas and Hazleton down here in Wyoming area, but when you get to districts, you're seeing these schools up north that we don't really go against head-to-head like they get to.
The little nicky-knack injuries that goes with track and field that the average person never sees. You get a hamstring, you get a quad, you get an ankle, you get shin splints.
Yep.
What do you do to try to work through some of that stuff? And obviously there's a level of toughness, but you got to be pretty bright about it as well to make sure it doesn't linger all year.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the aspects of our team. Ends up with a lot of shin splints that we have to work through, and sometimes you gut it out, and then there's some days where you take the day off and you rest it and you ice it and you go through with it. We have a couple pulls and a couple lingering injuries that they're not used to, and then when they realize that this is part of it, they start to get a little better at running with those little nicks and knacks and things like that they get.
Well, Joe, we wish you well the rest of this year. Districts will be here in just a few weeks.
Right around the corner.
The best of luck. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you for having us.
Mary Solinsky, a three-sport athlete from Pittston area, joining us here on the track and field team at our Carol and Janelle's Takeaway Kitchen. And Mary, busy once again here in the spring. So how you feeling right now health-wise after going through cross-country and going through basketball?
I feel very in shape for track, and that helps definitely a lot.
How about the camaraderie you're having with your team this year?
It's going very well this year. We are winning most of our meets, and we're just competing very well, working very hard at practice every day.
How about the events that you compete in and what your favorite event is?
I compete in the 800, the mile, and in the 4x8. My favorite would have to be the mile. I just got my PR the other day, so that's definitely going well.
So many competitors in junior high for Pittston area and for senior high. Everybody seems to like track and field. Talk about what you think the buzz is about track and field.
Honestly, it's not really about doing the best. I mean, it is about doing the best you can, but there are a lot of people that do it, so being there and just hanging with friends, it just really makes it fun.
There's some good energy, that's for sure. How about some teammates that you're kind of in awe of and saying, well, I don't know how she does that?
Definitely Abby Norwillow stands out for that. She's just doing amazing on what she does. Everybody just watches her, and it's honestly amazing.
You talk about your junior or future endeavors. Have you given much thought to what's next for you?
Definitely looking at medical school. I am looking at pharmacy at Wilkes, honestly, but you never know, like for now.
As far as your inspirations in your world, talk about your family and people in your world that are pretty important to you.
Yeah, my family definitely is very important. They support me in basketball, cross country, and track. They're always there, cheering me on after my meets. You know, they're very important, definitely.
Well, we wish you the very best. Of course, the district cross country, sorry, hold on. The district track and field is coming up in a couple of weeks, so we wish you well there, and of course to your whole team.
Thank you very much.
Ariana Bacardi joining us from the Pittston area track and field team, and Ariana, let's talk about the events that you're competing in for the Lady Patriots.
I participate in the 4x8 relay, the mile, the 2 mile, and sometimes the 800.
So you have some friends here that you're doing the same events with. Talk about what the events that you feel like you really enjoy this year, and what events are you excelling at as a team?
Personally, I love my 4x8 team. We're really close, and we have been doing so well, especially at our invitationals and our meets. And I've really been excelling at the mile and the 2 mile. I just PR'd in both of them at our East Stroudsburg. But overall, our team has been doing phenomenal, boys and girls, especially girls. We're undefeated. We have like medaling jumpers, pole vaulters, throwers. Everybody is just excelling, and it's amazing to be a part of.
The 4x8 sometimes could take a lot out of you for your individual events, but again, usually there's that camaraderie that, hey, we want to do some good stuff. Talk about the other team members that you're with on that 4x8 team.
Yeah, the 4x8 is definitely, especially at districts, we all just want to make each other proud and not let each other down, especially when we give it our all. We just want to continue that, especially at the icebreakers. Me, Mary, Nicole Zambetti, and a few other of my teammates, we were in multiple relays together, and it was just, even if we didn't place, we were just supporting each other, yelling for each other, and it's awesome to be part of just such positivity, and we didn't care as long as we knew we were just trying our best, and it really worked out for us in the end, so it was great.
You got a very bright future ahead of you academically. Let's talk about what's up next for you.
I have committed to the University of Pittsburgh, and I'm going to be studying biochemistry and maybe a minor in Spanish, so I'm excited about that.
How did that come about? Talk about some of the other choices and why you decided on Pitt.
It was between Clemson University and Pittsburgh, but I love the cold, I love the city environment. My sister also went there, and she's had such a myriad of research opportunities, and that's what I really want to go into. So it was just the perfect fit for me, and I know a few of my friends that are going there too, and it's just, I've been up there a million times, and the environment and the opportunities that are there, it's just really exciting, and I cannot wait.
Program is so big at Pittston area, there's so many participants in it. What will be some great memories that you'll take away with you?
Definitely all the sports I participated in. I've made, if not all of my friends from them, just like the constant teamwork and the hours we spend together. And I also did swim, and we would go to 5 a.m. practices, which you could really tell, like, meet a person at 5 a.m. and just my science clubs, National Honor Society, just everything a lot of people participated in. It was just great to be involved.
Well, congratulations. Sounds like a heck of a future lying ahead for you. Of course, a couple more weeks of athletics for you, so keep it going, all right?
Yep, thank you.
All right, we're talking with Jenna Smith from the Pittston area Lady Patriots track and field team. And Jenna, you play soccer there at Pittston area. Let's talk about how you balance your life between soccer and track and field. And of course, there's some academics going on as well.
Well, I actually feel like it's easier for me academically when I'm doing a sport, because I have to like manage my time, and when I'm not doing a sport, I feel like it's harder because it's easier for me to just lay around and do stuff, you know.
That structure. Everybody needs that structure. Talk a little bit about what events you compete in at Pittston area.
I compete in the 100, the 200, the 4x1, and the 4x4.
You have a favorite event out of those?
I love the 4x1 because I love the people on it. They're also supportive of me, even when I came as a freshman.
Let's talk about your sophomore. Let's talk about your leg on that 4x1 and who the other legs are.
I'm the first leg. I come out the blocks. I used to hand off to Jess Tig. We had a really good connection there. Now I hand off to Angelica. She's the second leg. Angelica, then she hands off to usually Mia Barberi. And then now Jess is the finisher, and she always finishes strong for us.
As far as little things about track and field, what are some things that you've learned now a sophomore year? What are things that you're learning about the sport overall?
I'm just learning how to be more competitive. I'm becoming friends with everybody. I'm just learning more how to run the race now because I got it under my belt. I got 1 year under my belt, so now I know what to do.
What's it like? I'm sure being the sophomore, sometimes you're looking up to some of the upperclassmen, but there's some good student athletes to look up to. Some of these girls are going on to do some really great things at some big places. So talk about what you learned from them.
I just learned always try my best because I see it from Jess and Mia Barberi. They always try their best. Mia, even no matter what, she's always trying her best, and I really look up to her for that.
As far as districts this year, do you think there's something that you might be able to work towards a medal in?
I think maybe the 100, the 200. I used to do 400s, but now they're kind of incorporating me more into the sprints, the 100 and the 200.
Well, we wish you the best, continued success, and keep working hard in soccer and track and field. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We're with Andrea Ruben from the Pittston Area Lady Patriots track and field team. And Andrea, let's talk about the events that you're competing in this year.
I compete mostly in the hurdle events, so the 100-meter hurdle and the 300-meter hurdle.
And let's talk about the challenges of the hurdles.
Sometimes it gets tough mentally if you're in a block to get your form down to get over. But once you break through that, it's just like running any other race.
Definitely a different mentality between the 100 and the 300. So,
yeah.
The 100 is just boom, boom, boom. So for you, let's talk about getting through those hurdles. And if you bang one, what you're thinking is you're still trying to run and finish the race.
Yeah, if you hit a hurdle, it's always best to just try to run through it and not worry about it. And you have to try to build speed throughout the race, which is hard sometimes without the steps, but you just have to try to go through it as best you can.
Hurdles hurt a little more than people think.
Yeah, I have lots of bruises to show.
Now, knees, shins, falling, what are some things that you go through when you're doing the hurdles?
A lot of bruises on the knees and the ankles, clipping them coming over. I have fallen a few times in my career, but everything is usually all right.
And you still do them, so you're pretty darn tough. The 300, a little different race, so how do you kind of visualize that when you're doing it? Because it's kind of like you almost have to be a sprinter, but there's a couple of hurdles in the way.
Yeah, the 300 is actually my better race of the two, and I just try to run as fast as I can, gain as much speed, and then get over the hurdle quick. And you make more speed on the ground than in the air, so just try to get back down as fast as I can.
Talk about these girls. It seems like a close-knit group, nice young ladies, going to do great things. I'm sure you couldn't ask for more as far as having some good friends.
It's a great team. We are all very close. We hang out at practice, after practice. It's a great group of girls.
You talk about that camaraderie with track and field where, you're competing against your own teammates in some ways, but in the back of your mind, you're always rooting for them. I hope, they get a little better. I hope that they're going to win. I hope,
Yeah, we push each other every day at practice to try to get better times for everyone. And when you're not in an event, everyone's on the field cheering each other on. It's a great atmosphere.
Well, we wish you the best of luck at districts, which are upcoming, you and your teammates. And thank you so much for coming into the Takeaway Kitchen here at our Carol and Janelle.
Thank you.
Okay, Ashton Ashby is with us from the Pittston Area Lady Patriots track and field team. And Ashton, boy, a lot to follow up on in the family. So many great athletes, great students as well. But you got to be you. And what's it like being you right now on this track and field team?
It's great. The team's doing really well. I'm doing really well. I just got a couple personal records, which I hope I could continue on getting and hopefully improving, if anything. But, we'll see as the season continues.
The health has to be there. So talk about your health, getting through it, no injuries, no little nicky neck stuff.
I definitely don't want to get hurt in anything. Obviously, no athlete does, but I mean, you have to stretch every single day. You have to do what your coaches say because they know what they're doing. You have to make sure you're stretching before practice, at the end of practice, during a meet, end of a meet. I mean, people say stretching doesn't matter, but in the long run, it really does. So.
How about to talk about some of those PRs in the events that you're competing? What are they?
I got a 5.2 in high jump against Hazelton. That was my best. Going in there, my highest was a 4.10, and for that meet, I was hoping to get a 5, and then I got a 5.2, which I was really happy with. And then for triple jumps, as of right now, I'm pretty sure my longest jump is a 31.9, so I'm really hoping to get in the 32s by the end of the week.
Keep plugging away and improving on that. How about being around your sister, who I'm sure gets some practice in when she can, when she's not playing softball?
Right. When she's not playing softball, like she tries, it's hard because there are practices and games. So when she comes to practice, she mostly throws javelin, and this year she's doing long jump too, which we try to help each other. I don't really do long jump, but we still do the same stretches and stuff, and we'll go to the track at night if we miss a practice or something and just help improve on each other.
All these Ashbys all doing their own path. Talk about your parents and what they try to tell you to kind of follow your own dreams.
Yeah, our parents are so supportive on everything. Like, they don't care what we want to do, like if it's the same thing as my sisters or if I want to go in a different path. They are so supportive. They help me with everything. They say, work your hardest. If you don't do good in your one meet, try again. Don't give up for your next event.
And as far as your future, again, you're an underclassman, a junior, but what do you see ahead for you?
Hopefully more improvements on heights and lengths. I definitely want to try to get 5.4 or higher for high jump, and then I don't know, just hope to get more points for the team.
All right, we'll continue to work hard like I know you will in the Ashby family, and we wish you the best as districts approach, okay?
Thank you.
Jessica Teig is with us from the Pittston Area Lady Patriots track and field team, and Jessica, you had a bunch of your teammates talking about you and the job that you're doing out there. How about you do the same? Talk a little bit about some of your teammates this year on the team.
Well, in all honesty, especially for our 100 and 200 runners, we're all pretty close, and during practice, we just push each other completely to our best. And especially during meets, you know, some of our meets, we don't have other teams to push us, so it comes down to us pushing each other, and that's actually probably why we're doing so well.
What events do you excel at?
I'm pretty much just a 100, 200 runner, but I'm also in the 4x1, and I'm anchor in that.
Let's talk about that 4x1 team this year. How good are you?
We're doing pretty well. I mean, it's not much different from ours last year. 3 of the girls are still with us, and our 4th runner, Mia, she's a senior, and I think we have a strong team.
How about the fun, the camaraderie with this group? A lot of track and field members up and down from 7th through 12th grade at Pittston area. What do you attribute that to?
Well, I think it's cool that we have like so many team members, and I think it's great that everyone wants to be involved and everyone's there to, you know, do their part for their team. And I'm just thankful that we have such a great team and so many people that want to be a part of it and that want to help. And I think it's really nice.
Hardest thing about track and field for you?
The hard thing about track and field for me is that I'm actually a cross country runner in the fall. So I have to cross train and become a sprinter within just a few months. And it's kind of pushed me behind, I think, a little bit. In my first few meets, I'd probably be better. I could probably run a mile better than my 100. But by the end of the season, you know, sprinting is what I'm best at, and it just takes a little bit of time.
That's a big transition. Not many cross-country girls ever try to do that sprinting thing. But you're an adaptive athlete, of course, a versatile athlete to be able to do that. Overall, you talk about your future endeavors. What's up next for you?
Well, actually, recently, today I just committed to King's College. I'll be going there for mathematics secondary education with a minor special. And I'm also going to be a 3-sport athlete, so I'll be doing cross country, indoor track, and outdoor track there.
Well, you definitely have to get checked out with doing 3 sports at the college level. But we wish you the best. Obviously, you got to be a special person, and you seem pretty darn special. So we wish you well, and you'll be a busy young lady as well in the fall coming up. Good luck.
Thank you so much.